I know True Chiller.
And I
True Chiller.
don't mean as like I don't mean as a reference, but I feel like wait, Dadash, didn't see that clan somewhere? I feel like I've seen it. Well, anyway. We are now loaded into Dragon's Case Ali, and we are looking at the opponent of our submitted. We are looking at the red Protoss player. It is from Dadash, Chiewy. Or Chiewy? Chiewy?
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have a longtime supporter of the channel on the clan Linger. It is the Blue Zerg player. It is Babyling.
Wait, is it no longer the Donkey Clan?
There's a lot of accounts involved. There's a lot of clans.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god. So a lot is happening right now. So Chiewy, I said was a Protoss, and I was wrong. They are a random player. They rolled Protoss, but they are loading into this as a random, so Babyling is unaware. Typically, when we're up against a random player, we'd still want to be preparing for a cannon rush, just because it could be a Protoss, so Babyling is doing the correct thing by keeping the Overlord over the natural base. As the probe is coming in, Babyling is going to be aware now of the ZvP.
Yeah, she is aware, and the probe does not.
Oh my god, the split! The split, Papi! Oh! It's Chase!
Is this Chase?
It's Chase!
Chase? Is it Chase's ult?
It's a Chase ult, that's why it's Chiewy! It's a Chase! He's chewing! Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god, we have a lot we have a lot to talk about. We have so much to talk about. Oh my god, we do have the cannon rush ensuing here. The boys are being pulled, and oh, we get a surround on the first probe. Chiewy, with quite a bit of miscontrol and quite a bit of mismicro, loses the first probe here already, and the cannon rush has been dealt with. But we have other things going on.
You say that, but I'm gonna say that this one probe was actually a bait. It was like, oh yeah, oh no, you killed my probe. Oh, I cannot cannon rush you. You should definitely drone and not worry about defense.
Hey, you're coping if you think that probe died on purpose.
Look.
As we have a proxy 2 gate in the main base of Babyling with a cannon to support as well. So far, completely unscouted. Shaking my head, Chase. How could you? I thought you were our friend.
He switched to Protoss, and you see what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to message him after this. And
yeah, you should send him a clip.
There's a lot going on. We'll explain the Chase thing after the game, because there's a lot to go into, and we do have the second cannon finishing up as well. We do have the gateways finishing up with the completion of the cyber core. We can warp in sub-adepts across the map. Interesting that we're not going for adepts. Adepts would do a lot of damage in the main base. It can focus down on one-shot drones, but we're going for stalkers instead.
Okay, interesting. I mean, well, either units will do greatly, because Babyling is not making any units. She made these few links on the beginning for scouting, but they are just drones.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to make lings right now unless you want to deny a third base, but there's not even a natural, and there's a link here in the natural base of Chiewy. To be fair, alarm bells should be ringing, and we should be seeing some kind of safety precautions being taken, but to be fair, you would never expect this of all things, and here we go, the stalkers reveal themselves, and Babyling does have to evacuate the main.
Yeah, Babyling immediately just leaves the main, like she knows that there's not much that can be done in this position, and she just has to survive and get some units out. She's working on a roach warhead, but for now she just has to deal with links.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do think this is an overreaction from Babyling. I do think we could have been continuing to mine the main base from this point. I mean, we already see a Stalker going down. Stalkers, they aren't the most threatening of units. Obviously, we can't chase them onto the shield batteries, but I do think that we could still be mining here. Regardless, I'm sure Babyling will soon main out the third base anyway, so we shouldn't be having too much inefficient mining going on here for too much longer.
Yeah, because the thing is that, like, because of the creep, like, the cannons can be placed too close to the mineral anyway. So maybe there's some, at least some of the mining could have been still there, but the third base is done, so she can just move the workers there if she wants.
Exactly. This is the biggest of deals. Like the third base, it's like a couple of seconds of inefficient mining, but it's fine. We're going to be able to take advantage of that over at the third base instead. Stalkers do push on forward. I love this as well because we're baiting the Stalkers pretty deep onto creep. That means that Babyling can set up a surround, and it looks like Chiewy is aware of that. He will back off in time. We have Immortals in production, and because of lack of creep spread, I love this Babyling. She does throw down a tumor. I don't know if this is intentional, but this creep is going to be denying like a slow push of these pylons and shield batteries towards the natural.
Yeah, that's actually very important because, you know, one thing you do not want is this leapfrogging.
Yeah.
I guess cannons.
Yeah, and it's on the way. So again, this tumor is so smart here from Babyling, as we do have the Stalkers and Immortal pushing on forward even further. Roaches are coming out. So far, Babyling hasn't lost too much. Economy is still looking quite good as well, but has to respect these shield batteries.
Yeah, there's more and more of them going down there. They have covered quite a lot of the base, but they are not ready yet, so Babyling is able to chase the units a little bit, but now with 2 Immortals, this is actually kind of rough.
Yeah, it really is. What we are now working on our Ravager cannon. We do get a surround. One Immortal is going to be going down again. A major slip up here from Chiewy, just overextending on creep, losing an Immortal, one of his most valuable units right now.
Yeah, he thought the shield battery would be enough, but it was out of energy, and one of the Immortals falls down, which is great situation for Babylings. There is still the other Immortal alive though, and there isn't another on the way. Now the Chiewy is making one.
Yeah, exactly. A bit of an oversight from Chiewy. Doesn't have that third Immortal on the way. Now that we have Ravagers, we can bile away at these shield batteries as well. So once again, we don't really have the most formidable position here anymore from Chiewy. Stalkers are falling left and right. We have more shield batteries coming out behind this, but again, we can't push out any further because of the creep. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's fine. We didn't kill anything.
Don't
it's
worry
okay.
about it. Don't worry about it. Nobody saw it.
Look, there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening right now. It's fine. It's fine. As we do have a second Immortal joining the fray here, but over time, Babyling, her army is getting larger and larger. Biles once again going to be raining down upon the shield battery and the cannons.
Yeah, I mean, these Immortals take a long time to make, and Chiewy isn't making them immediately, so every Immortal that gets sniped is a good advantage for Babylings, and now with this bias key, she can do exactly that.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like one of the Ravagers almost gets focused now, so you just have to be a little bit careful here about that. We're also missing some Lings as well, which is the crucial buffer that we have for this army, and Ravagers are being focused down. These are good pickups with Chiewy.
Yeah, I feel like, as you said, the buffer is gone for these Ravagers. The units are on the way, but they are not here yet, so Babylings should wait for the reinforcements. But at the same time, she cannot, like, you know, let go of keeping pressure on Chiewy so he doesn't build up a bigger army.
Yeah, I mean, the hatchery is about to go down. Here we go. The Lings do come in to reinforce in the end. The shield batteries are running out of energy. Biles are looking to lay siege, and they do rain down upon the cannons. And we are able to focus on another one of the Immortals. There's only one left. Up!
The only one left. It's being healed by shield battery, but it's not enough, and all of the Immortals are down. Now it's just the Stalkers, but we still need to make more buffer for our Ravagers.
Yeah, I don't want to be too critical of Chiewy, but I would have loved 2 Immortals into a Prism. I feel like a Warp Prism would have gone a long way here when it comes to preserving the Immortal count and being able to just have so much more micro capacity as well. And it's quite common in proxy robos for a Prism to be involved. I'm pretty shocked that we never saw that.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate, but I guess he didn't decide to go for that. He did die this hatchery, which is nice, but still, there are no more Immortals on the way. This is just the Stalkers taking what they can. Yeah,
exactly. And hey, we still have that third base up and running as well. We still have some decent mining going on here for Babyling. The Immortal count has been reset, and without Immortals, honestly, this army isn't really too terrifying. It's vanilla Stalkers, vanilla Zealots against Roach, Ravager, Ling, Queen. Like, we should be able to clean this up. The shield batteries are out of energy. We get another surround as well, and Babyling is just shutting this down.
Yeah, an important part is that this is all in. Like, there's only one base, and there's no expansion coming. Meanwhile, Babyling does have 2 mining bases, so she actually can even expand if she wants to, because there's no danger on the map itself.
Yeah, exactly. She can, honestly, she can drone up from here if she really wants to. Like, there's no reason for her to really engage with this at this point. We can just saturate more bases. And as I say that, drones are now in production. So Babyling, she knows how comfortable she is at this point. Now she's looking to once again dive on top of this army. We have another Immortal coming out. So the Immortal count is slowly getting higher and higher once again. But with the amount of Ravagers and Lings we have available, like, we can just dive on that.
Yeah, and I mean, there's one Immortal, but look how many Ravagers there are. Like, with all these biles, like, they should be able to snipe at least the shield batteries, and without the support of that, this army is melting really quickly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a chaotic fight, though. We have a couple of units attacking side defense, a couple of units attacking some of the units of Chiewy, so it was a little bit haphazard, but in the end, it looks like the army is being zoned away, and again, we still have plenty more to work with. Stalkers are falling left and right, and now we can dive on top of that Immortal. There is almost nowhere left to run.
Yeah, the shield batteries are mostly out of energy, and GG is called Babylings. Takes the game.
Well played. Babyling does take it in the end off of a very, very creative build there from the Protoss player. You love to see it. Shout out to Babyling for keeping a cool head throughout all of it. We saw, for the most part, really good reactions, able to, you know, saturate or take the third base and saturate it as well, working towards Ravagers, Queens, Lings as well. Again, the foresight of throwing down that tumor was actually pretty big. So yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. GG.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like very easy, but a lot of players, you know, when they will see like all these cannons and everything in their base, they will just freeze, and like, you know, it's not even that they don't know how to respond. They will just be like so shocked that they won't respond at all. So it really is difficult to, you know, to go for the right thing in these kind of situations.
Exactly. And I feel like we need to give some context, and let's see if I can find it.
Can you find it?
Where's the? Do you have? I'll have to revert to you. Do you have the clip from Probe? Do you have the clip?
Hold on, give me a few minutes.
So for those wondering, this was a couple of years ago now. Now that I think about it, it's been a long time. This was in 2019, the year before COVID, if I remember correctly, or was it 2020? Let me just double check. But Dare Iced Coffee, they were sponsoring some weekly tournaments for the Oceanic region. And in one of those weekly tournaments, it was 2020, oh my god. In one of those weekly tournaments, which we were casting, by the way, we had exclusive broadcasting rights for the ESL Open Cup Dare tournaments. That's what they were called. They were partnered with ESL, and we had Chase playing against Probe. Chase did play against Probe in one of those weeklies, and it was one of the most craziest games imaginable. This was in the peak of Probe, by the way. This was when Probe was on top of the Australian scene, of the Australian region. And Chase came out with a crazy proxy hatch build where he went for 2 drones across the map, but they were stacked on top of each other. He split them off and he went for a proxy hatch in the main base of Probe.
I can't find it.
It was beautiful. Oh god, can I find it? Probe versus Chase. God, it was in Dare Cup number 3. Oh my god.
Hold on.
So long ago.
Nope.
No.
No, I don't have it. I guess that must have not been labeled.
Yeah. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I mean,
unless we can find it on Probe's channel.
I don't think he would have it there.
Why not?
Oh god. But can I show this off? Very quickly if I switch studio mode, Windows capture. There we go. As I quickly switch the scenes over. Oh, ESL Open Cup fueled by Dare, live VIP and Yaku casting. Oh my god. I won't show too much of the audio because it may be a little bit jarring, but I don't think we actually caught it either when we were casting it.
No, we saw it like after.
Yeah, we saw it after the fact. Good. As here we have the fake proxy hatch in the natural dart, and Chase had the drone in the main base. I'll rewind it a little bit. God, I love these overlays. The later on overlays, these are the basic ones we initially started with. Yeah, Chase, he stacked 2 drones on top of each other, one to the natural, the other into the main, and Probe had no idea. Probe, he was defending against the proxy hatch in his natural, but there was something else in his main, and he didn't know, Bob. He didn't know. It was beautiful. Good times, good times. This is 2020, mate. 2020. We're reminiscing.
Come on, Chase. Come on, Chase.
I can't see it, so I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah. But yeah, just you know, some events from times gone by, and for a long time we yeah, that was a Chase build. he got a lot of infamy for it, a lot of infamy over on our YouTube channel. But with that, we are now done with Babyling versus Chiewy, and we have one more replay to go over. Uno más, papi, uno más.
Okay. Who is the replay from?
From Frost.